Boom. The Beebs and Breezy podcast. Live.
First episode. We're watching the Francis Ngannou and Tyson Fury fight. We were just sitting here talking about our predictions. What's your prediction?
I think Tyson Fury. I don't really think it's even a type thing either. I think I think Francis Ngannou really the only thing he has is a punching chance,
Yeah, I mean, we're MMA guys, so of course, we would like to see the MMA guys actually do something in boxing. But to be honest, I don't think that this is the one here. I think that Francis Ngannou does not have the boxing ability to go against a trained and professional boxer, someone who's trained in just boxing. Especially Tyson Fury, who's the best heavyweight boxer of all time, undefeated.
Yeah,
He's been battle tested. I mean, Deontay Wilder hit him with the hardest shot you can be hit with, and he walked through it and woke up. I mean, he is the man of boxing.
Yeah, no, I think that's one thing he's definitely not afraid of is punching power. I mean, Deontay Wilder had, I forget exactly what it was. I think it was 42, fought 42 men and knocked them all out. And I'm talking most of them stiffened out cold. And, that first fight, he ruined him.
Well, the difference
Well, no, not the first fight. He didn't ruin. The first fight was a draw, but he hit him with that power, and then he still got up, and that gave that gave Tyson a lot of power or a lot of confidence in his ability to take a punch.
Well, also Francis is knocking people out with 4-ounce gloves. I mean, Deontay Wilder was knocking people out with 12-ounce, and he hit Tyson. Tyson can walk through that kind of stuff. I don't know if Tyson can walk through a 4-ounce glove to the chin, but I know that he can walk through the hardest puncher in the world punching him. See, because Deontay Wilder, he might even punch harder than Francis Ngannou if you really think about it. I mean, Francis Ngannou does MMA. He's well-rounded in MMA, but I mean, he's kind of a wild guy. I mean, so ain't Deontay Wilder, but Deontay Wilder has, I think, a sharper right hand, like for boxing. Like more of like a what would you say, clinically right or technically right? You know what I'm saying? I mean, he has a technically right, and he hit him with a technically one of the most technical rights you can hit. It was beautiful. And I don't think one of the swinging hooks would even touch Tyson.
Yeah, he's too defensively sound. He's got some of the best footwork. But
let me ask a question real quick, actually. So I seen this thing. It was betting, and it was if Francis Ngannou will land 34 and a half strikes through the whole entire fight, the entirety of the fight. So that would be 4 significant strikes per round.
Oh, I'd take that bet.
You think he lands that?
Yeah.
See, I honestly don't think he would even land that. I don't know if he'll punch Tyson Fury 4 times each round.
I don't know. It just depends on his approach. If you're paying, because you got to think he's got this big old muscles. So it's like if he goes out there and he swings it all out in the first couple rounds, then he's probably going to land. And how many rounds did you say throughout the whole fight?
I think it's 12 rounds. Yeah, I think it's a 12-round fight.
You said 30 punches and
34 and a half.
Oh, dude. Yeah, no. I think Francis Ngannou is definitely going to hit that, but I guess it just depends on how patient he is.
Well, I seen someone talking about Mike Tyson. You know how Mike Tyson had that like dip.
Right.
Oh, well, Francis Ngannou, this is the first time he's ever been a smaller opponent. You know what I'm saying? He could come in with kind of that dip style. You ain't got to worry about kicks or anything like that. Get in the inside. See, but he's going to have to pressure and close off Tyson, and that's impossible.
I don't know if you've seen his open workouts, but, I know you've seen his open workouts, but...
Not impressive.
But, yeah, no, it wasn't impressive, and he wasn't doing a whole lot of, like, Mike Tyson movements, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't Mike Tyson out there holding the pads for him, of course, but still, like, Mike's been working with him. I think maybe if he, like, had been working with Mike from, like, a long time, because, like, Mike Tyson does have knowledge,
Oh, yeah.
But most of it was just built from whenever he was a kid, because, like, Diamato, or however you pronounce his last name, was training up since he was, like, a 14 or 15-year-old boy. So it was, like, a lot of that was just muscle memory through Tyson, and he was a freak athlete, so it was, like, But, yeah, hopefully he's able to mold Francis Ngannou into a...
Well, if you're a superstitious person, you got to think about the Nigerians who's been losing lately, too. I mean, like, we've lost... Kamaru Usman lost his belt. Israel lost his belt. And Francis Ngannou vacated it, but now this is the first time he's fought since he vacated. I mean, like, he could lose a big fight here just because of some Nigerian, like, curse or something going on. And also, they're both in his corner tonight. Speaking of that, did you see where Izzy said that he probably is not going to come back until 2027?
That actually broke my heart, dude. What? He's already 32 years old? Hold on, let's do the math here. So, 2024. or 2023, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 4 years.
Hell, we're gonna be in the UFC.
Yeah, no, dude. Listen, I think Israel's going to kind of like lose his prime. You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, like he's going to fight.
Could have been a joke.
Right, I mean, right now it's his prime, but yeah, no, but it had to have been a joke. I don't see Israel Adesanya at least going that long without fighting and not getting like the itch to go. You know what I'm saying? He's for sure going to, just like any other fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like I just seen that clip of
See,
Conor.
but why would you want to take that off anyways? Like, I mean, like, what's the reason? I mean, especially coming off of a loss. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the dude. I mean, listen, it's going to be hard not watching Israel Adesanya fight every couple of weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like the dude, he fights like 5, 6 times a year
Very
sometimes.
active, yeah.
You know?
And him and Volkanovski.
Ronaldo, dude, Cristiano Ronaldo. I've seen people following him around, paparazzi, because you've seen how many people showed up for this fight.
Oh yeah.
And Israel Adesanya and all those guys had like the Muslim clothing on and like the. Where are they at? Saudi Arabia? Or?
Saudi Arabia.
That's a wealthy ass country, dude.
See, but you know the fight that I'd like to see Izzy take right now would be, I would like to see the UFC, because Bellator, you know, we don't know what's going to happen with Bellator. Bellator may fall out. And did you see who's a free agent? Michael Venom Page. Imagine Michael Venom Page versus Izzy. I used to dream about that. You know what I'm saying?
Michael Venom Page is welterweight though.
He's middleweight.
Really?
I'm almost positive he's middleweight. We're going to have to look it up. We'll look it up. But I believe he's a middleweight. And I mean, imagine that. He is a welterweight, ain't he?
Think so.
I seen the Wonder Boy fight. I'm talking about the Wonder Boy fight. You're right. Mm-hmm. Would you like to see Wonder Boy versus Michael Venom Page? I guess I gotta ask that.
Oh, dude, that would be legendary. But I think, you know, Stephen cleans him up.
You really think so?
Yeah.
Stephen, what is he? 38, 39 years old now?
Yeah.
We do love Stephen Wonder Boy.
40 though. But yeah, no. Stephen Wonderboy's, even though he's getting up there in age, like he's still so defensively sound, and you know, he still gets in your face.
I will say this though, Kevin Holland, when Kevin Holland was hitting in the earlier rounds against him, hitting him clean like that, I think Michael Venom Page has that power. You know, if he lands one shot, it could be night. Because honestly, the chin has to go at some point on Wonderboy, and he does get clipped lately. And I love Wonderboy to death, but I mean that hands down style. With the people today and as technical it is, I mean, like, I even like the hands down style, but I mean, I don't think that I would favor it no more, because you get clipped in the chin once, it could change your career, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's done that hands down style his whole freaking career, man, ever since. I mean, he went like 50-0 in kickbox, or 52-0 in kickboxing, you know, hands down karate style, just like how it was for whenever he was a kid, you know what I'm saying?
Cost him against Pettis, though.
Yeah. That's true.
Speaking of Pettis versus Vincent Henderson Karate Combat. They just confirmed that.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a banger.
How many times did they fight? Did they fight twice already?
I'm not really sure. All I know is Vincent got freaking Showtime kicked off the side of the cage and then fell flat, and then you know,
lost a decision.
Yeah, he still was able to get up after that. That's one thing they always leave out in the clips is him standing back up.
Yeah, no, that's
it wasn't the end of it.
Yeah, and everybody. See, I mean, even me when I first got into MMA, I mean, that's what I always thought. I always thought that Vincent Henderson was knocked out by Anthony Pettis.
Mm-hmm.
But no,
dude, these face-offs, man, they've been throwing me off. This Ngannou and Fury face-offs, man, like you can tell Tyson Fury just so comfortable, man. He's literally like tickling them during the weigh-ins. Not the weigh-ins, but face-offs.
So what do you think the protocol for like steroids and stuff for this is? Like, is it like do they get drug tests and stuff? Do you know?
For boxing?
No, I mean like for this boxing event here specifically, because I don't know if.
Yeah, no, I mean like, yeah, I mean this is the most high-profile boxing fight.
Is it Showtime?
I don't know. I know Showtime's been going through some action.
See, I thought Showtime was out.
I'm not as familiar with the boxing ins and outs of the organizations and stuff like that, but yeah, I do know that this is the most high-profile fight. So I mean, all it is it's like
speaking.
This is a money fight.
Speaking of the roids, though, Alistair Overeem retired.
I know, dude. I was looking at a side-by-side picture of him, like right before he retired. He was sitting there signing autographs, and dude, I'm telling you, man, this fella, yeah, you can see his shoulders, his arms, his neck. He ain't eating no more horse meat.
Well, yeah, you want to know something about that? Actually, the horse meat is I seen him on Aero Hawaii. Okay, And Ariel's like, it was always so infamous that I seen you at the horse meet and everything. Because guess what? Vegetarian. Alistair's
No way.
Completely vegetarian, man. The man won't eat meat now. It's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. I could not imagine being a vegetarian. I mean, dude, listen, I definitely do know some vegetarian people. Some of the healthiest people that I've met. But yeah, I love my meat too much. Pause.
Pause. But speaking of some carnivore action, we know of someone that you're gonna be soon fighting,
Mm-hmm.
and
You're gonna eat him up.
And so, how do you feel about that? Should we say his name? Should we even say his name? Or should we wait?
We'll wait till it's official.
Yeah, we'll wait. Yeah,
we do know that. I mean, he has about the same record as I do. He has one more loss. I'm 1-2. He's 1-3, but he's 1-4. Actually, I was able to find some fights. So, or at least one fight. Talked with some of his prior opponents. He's notorious for pulling out. So hopefully he doesn't pull out. Maybe I gotta text him, piss him off or something, just to get me to get him to want to fight me. No, the promoter Keith said that he's already agreed to it. So
he has another fight coming up too.
Well, it's crazy because Keith didn't mention anything about that to me.
Well, maybe he's pulled out of that.
Maybe. I mean, I figured he would tell me, so that's why I didn't mention anything. I was like, he probably just decided that because his last fight I think was in September, the early months of September, or at least whenever I seen it get posted. The one that I was talking about wasn't posted on his record or anything.
See, but it's hard to accept 2 fights at once. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I don't do that. I mean, I go fight by fight, But generalization plans, for what you might want to do, but people break foots and stuff like that. It's an injury-prone sport. But yeah, regardless, he's gotten choked out 3 different times. So yeah, twice of them got put to sleep, and
never could sleep yet.
I was on his Facebook and stuff, and it was a big scare that first time he got put to sleep with a guillotine because he had a seizure and started seizing, and
I wonder how that even happened.
It was a bad weight cut, he said.
Oh, bad weight cut.
Yeah. So I mean, he was in the hospital, I guess, hospitalized, and I seen where there was a bunch of people posting, get well soon. Everybody keep in your prayers. So.
Well, good for him for coming back then. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he better get his weight cut down because I'm going to spark him out bad. So it's if he goes to sleep, I want everything to be well with. I mean,
make sure you're healthy, man.
I understand. It's you're risking it all out there when you go out in the cage. So it's what happens happens. But
all respect to him for going in the cage, man. You got each weight cut figured out. I mean, maybe he needs to think about going up in weight if it's too much on him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, especially at the amateur level.
Yeah, you can even look at him and tell he's a big boy. He's big body, big torso.
Long, 6 foot.
Yeah, he's 6 foot, but he's thick for a 45er. That's one thing I've seen. But he's been rolled out by dudes that's smaller than I am. If it was a 45 fight, but smaller frame. And I mean, I'm not I got a pretty.
See, and that's official too, right? That's official.
Yeah, no, on his record.
Well, no, you guys are official.
Yeah, I mean, I asked Keith if it was official. I mean, it was he just told me the name, said he didn't even really look into it. He told me to look into it. Nah, before I even really looked into it, I talked to you a little bit the day before, and then I was like, yeah, I mean, I'm going to accept it. You don't even have to ask.
Mm-hmm.
You give me the name, I got the date, and it's on.
Well, that's pretty much how it went with me, too. I mean, I have a halfway, I would say it's a 85% confirmed fight coming up. I have some big news coming up as well. But the thing is my opponent he's having some trouble right now, and he texted me, and I really respect that. And I'm just waiting on him to get some things figured out so then he can make it official, and then we can start planning towards him. I'm already game planning towards him because I'm going to be ready because this is going to be a big test because this is a new opponent, you know what I'm saying? I'm 3-2. This guy's 4-2, and he's coming off of a first round submission as well, and I'm coming off of a first round submission. I think mine might have been a little bit quicker than his. I don't know. Either way, we're both coming off of first round submissions after we lost the fight before that. But he got a title in his last fight. So yeah, I'm just ready to go out and hopefully get to fight this guy because I do respect this guy, and he's a really good matchup for me. I think I'm a good matchup for him, if that makes any sense. I just think it's a good matchup for a fight. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I mean, regardless, be good experience. I mean, like, and the dude's pretty well rounded, is what I'll say.
Yeah, no, the guy is well rounded, man. I mean, you can tell that he knows what he's doing, and he comes out of a good gym. And there's so much more that goes into it that we'll talk about later once the fight's confirmed. Because this guy, I mean, like we've been acquainted, if that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying? We can't really say what it is yet.
Right.
But I mean, like we know a little bit about him and stuff, and I mean, like I'm just ready to get on with a good opponent for once. But I mean, like all of my opponents was good, but I mean, I think that this is the level that I'm at. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like this is where I want to be.
Can't be smashing them in like a minute and a half anymore.
But
that's still the goal.
See, my last real good opponent I fought was Lucas, and Lucas is a very good opponent. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, he did his work where I am not, where I wasn't trained at. You know what I'm saying? Right. I wasn't very good at and he was very good at that, and he worked his game before I got to work my game. And
it was also how often at the amateur level are you going to find a D1 wrestler who's going to come out and start shooting like a machine gun instantly?
See, but no excuses. But no, I did think that I thought he was going to stand with me, and I think he even thought he was going to stand with me a little longer. But I think I hurt him with the leg kick early. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when I hit that leg kick, I think that he could tell that I was and also I was pressuring him hard, and that boy has a good shot. Because me and Sheldon was talking about it. We was like, why is Lucas sniper? I was like, this guy don't do anything on the feet, like sniper wise. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I don't really understand. Like, I mean, he definitely wasn't trying to snipe me. But then but genuinely, the guy does have a sniper up a shot. Like this guy's shot. Open cage shot was beautiful.
But also,
that was a beautiful shot.
We were making the mistake of overextending.
No, I definitely was overextending. It was my mistake. I mean, I should have honestly stuck to what I was wanting to do.
But it happens.
Yeah, no, I mean, inexperience. You know what I'm saying? But we've definitely came back, and I mean, like I said, I didn't get to show a lot in my last fight because it was so early. But I think that showed a lot that it was early. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because the last fight against Brittany was a very tough fight. Like, that was my first win, and that was a decision win. It was a tough fight. Like, I mean, I remember, like, I was tired after that fight. Went to full decision, and I got the victory, and a lot of people said that she came close, which I don't think so. But in the second fight, I wanted to make a statement. I went out there and I made a statement.
People who don't know how to judge a fight thought that she might have won, but, the truth is you can't win a fight off your back if you're not throwing off any offense. It's different, like, especially in pro when you're able to throw, elbows, and you might be able to draw some blood from the bottom, or if you're attacking submissions, I mean, like, I know it was like there was a triangle attempt, and like I know at one point.
See, but this thing, it wasn't even like really like even like that good of attempts at submissions. Like, I wasn't ever in danger.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like, I had her in a reverse crucifix in the third round.
Yeah,
and this is the first fight we're talking about. But I mean, it was a majority decision anyways, you know what I'm saying? Like how can a majority decision be close when I won 29-28 on one judge's scorecard, 28-28, and then 30-27? You know what I'm saying? Like, I won on all 3 rounds on one judge's scorecard, which I don't even agree with. I thought it was a 29-28. I thought she beat me in the first round. I thought I swept the second and third round.
Well, I don't know. I'd
have to go back and look. See, I mean, if you guys want, like, I mean, put in the comments, I mean, I would love to do like a watch along of all of our fights. Like, we would love to break down our fights, because honestly, we have enough film to break down some fights now, man.
Yeah, we could definitely do some breakdowns. We could even do like some high level like pro breakdowns too. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe some UFC fights or something.
Oh yeah.
Gotta watch get copyrighted though.
See, because man, we're getting at this point where we're getting so technical. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, everything we do. I mean, like look at what you did. In your last title fight, just your last fight. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you went out there in the first round and did look like on the feet. I mean, it was.
Yeah, no, I looked alright for a moment, but
See, but on the feet, I mean, like you got to talk about on the feet about how.
Well, I even did a good job stuffing his takedowns as well. I mean, like he went like for 4 of them. I'd say I probably stuffed 3 of them.
See, but I'm talking.
He wasn't even getting close. I wouldn't even say they're considered stuffs.
Did he punch you on the feet?
Yeah. But not a lot. I mean, like,
that's what I'm saying.
Definitely no damage, I mean,
You kicked him in the head like 4 times, dude.
Yeah,
Kicked
no,
his head off.
that's where most of my damage was getting reeled off. Was on the feed. I mean, like, see, but one thing though is, even though I was fully mounted, I was still punching him. You know, I mean, like 3 seconds before the ref stopped the fight, it was a one right on the chin. A fucking
Yeah,
hammer
no, I
fist
think
right
that
on
if
the
you ask
chin.
anybody, that was an early stoppage. But I mean,
Well, it's 30 seconds left on the clock. I mean, regardless, you know, I'm surviving. Like, you seen I was moving. Eventually, I would have gotten out. You know,
and it's a title fight.
I was just wasn't doing the technique that I know. You know, I wasn't playing to my fullest ability. You know what I'm saying? I was just forgetting the vital techniques to get out at the time. You know, it's just I didn't obviously didn't drill them enough.
So,
You know,
but I'll tell you what, man.
Only,
I think that if you go out here and you finish this opponent in December, which I know you will, because I've been in the gym with you. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, dude, trust me. This guy, I think that you're gonna get out of there in spectacular fashion, and I think that they're gonna say, "Hey, I want to see that fight go further." Was it early stoppage?
Oh, dude, I already called Chase out. I mean, like, I talked to the promoter, literally said, because he was looking for a fight in November or whatever, and now he's fighting for a title in some other state. But
hopefully he don't run off and go pro like everybody else.
Oh no, I know he's not going pro. I talked to his coaches after his fight, and yeah, they said they're, you know, playing patient, taking their time with him, and you know that's honestly the smart thing to do. Oh, looks like Tyson's about to walk out. He's got the crown on. He's the king, the Gypsy King. But yeah, regardless, I talked to his coaches that they're going to be really patient with him, and I mean, like, a kid like that is promising 4-0 already. You know, I mean, like, good wrestling background, has a good jump start at his amateur career. Let him go 10-0, 15-0. That way, it's a real short pro career because you only need you know just a couple of wins.
That's what we want to do. I mean, like, that's what we're trying to do. Yeah.
I mean, but like, oh man, I have to wrap this thing up soon. I know these boys walking out.
Yeah.
I don't know. We didn't really get very long, and that's what sucks.
Yeah, I was gonna say we'll definitely have to do another one of these soon. I mean, like,
yeah, well, this is kind of just like a first one anyway.
Real quick, one thing I want to touch on before we get off here is UFC 294.
Yeah, now would be the points to do it. Or the time to do it.
See, but yeah, I want to talk about Islam first round finishing. Yeah. Alexander Volkanovski. What'd you think about this, man?
I mean, no one expected it. I'll tell you that much. You know, it was a read. You know, he almost got hit with it, or he got hit with it, just not really hard. Didn't, you know, close him out like it did that one. But yeah, he's always been kind of susceptible to it. Well, and someone capitalized on it.
Did you know that he's only been knocked out? I think another time in his career by a head kick.
No way.
From the southpaw switch. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was back in his early career. See, but let me ask you this: do you think that if it was 6 weeks notice rather than, or we'll say 10 weeks notice, do you think if it was a 10 weeks notice rather than 11 days?
No, man. I think it was honestly a mistake that Volkanovski made that he would have made if he had infinite cardio and infinite muscle endurance. You know, I mean, like, mainly the thing about it, I mean, like, maybe because, you know, of course he would have had more weeks to drill the techniques and, you know,
punches and
actually get it instilled into his mind, but he's been doing it for years, you know. And I mean, like, really the only thing that a camp would have done for him was get him in shape, you know, and maybe give him some confidence as well.
Didn't come in, you know? that didn't come into the fight either.
Yeah, that's the only thing is that, like, the confidence comes with preparation, and he didn't get that confidence that comes with preparation. But it's Alexander Volkanovski, and that motherfucker is reigning with confidence, you know, and, like, he's, like, one of the most game guys out there. So it's like, if there's anybody who can do it, and he kept saying that, like, if there's anybody who can do it,
bet on himself.
Yeah, it's me. So he walks out there, get shut down first round.
Did you see DJ's videos?
Demetrius Johnson.
Yeah.
Who?
Or about the fight, like before the fight, like him breaking it down. This man called that head kick. He said it's
no way.
Good. Yeah, dude, he was watching live, man. He said he's doing it. Like he's doing exactly.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. If I could have one mind in the mixed martial arts world, Demetrius Johnson's definitely one of my first picks. You know, like him, like John Jones, Henry Cejudo, man. Those guys are just technical masterminds.
You know, exactly, man. Like, I mean, Trevor Whitman. Like, let's name some of the best coaches out there, because you know someone like I know
James Krause.
I was gonna say, man, like that's what I was gonna say. Is James Krause, man, like he does not get the love that he deserves because of this whole gambling scandal and stuff. But man, that dude can coach. I mean, like look at what Brandon Moreno was doing But yeah, we are gonna have to break this up because our pay-per-view just cut off.
Oh,
Our pay-per-view just cut off, so we're gonna have to get back on there. All right, later, guys. Hey, check out the podcast. We're having another podcast next week. Give us some questions. Send some questions on Instagram, Facebook. You know how to find us. If you're watching this, you've already found us. You know what I'm saying? Leave something in the comments. Thank you. Hey, and by the way, I want to give out some shout out to some sponsors because we do have sponsors. Randy's Tats. He's been sponsoring us for a year now. Thank you very much for that. WVRC, they just paid for a bunch of our gym fees and did absolutely so much for us. Our mother's in connection with a place called the Hope House, and they do a lot for a bunch of people, but they've been helping us as well, and we want to give them a shout out. We're talking to somebody, and they don't want to give us shout outs yet, but I'm going to talk to them and let us give shout outs soon. Am I missing anybody?
no, I don't think so. I think that gets everyone.
If we're missing anybody, we're so sorry. Remind us. We'll make it up to you, okay? Thank you very much. We'll see you guys
Later.